Knowing how to make candy melts smooth will give you a beautiful finished product. Though they are simple to use, it is not uncommon for them to thicken up while dipping and become difficult to work with. What causes candy melts to thicken? When melted candy melts thicken, they become hard to work and will often leave an unsmooth, lumpy texture on your dipped snacks and desserts. There are several reasons candy melts can thicken up. A cold work surface and even a cold room cause the melts to thicken up and then set. To prevent this from happening, keep the melts on low heat on the stove or on a melting pot. Moisture in the air can cause the melts to seize up, making them difficult to use. If the candy melts are past the expiration date or have been exposed to fluctuating temperatures, they typically will not be smooth when melted. How to make candy melts smooth? Ingredients: 1 bag of candy melts, 1 to 2 teaspoons of vegetable shortening or oil melts, such as EZ melts or Paramount crystals. Equipment: small saucepan or microwave-safe bowl, wooden spoon, parchment paper, baking sheet. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. In a saucepan over low-medium heat, melt your candy melts, stirring occasionally. You can also melt them in a microwave-safe bowl, microwaving in 30 seconds intervals, stirring after each interval, until melted. Step 2. Add in the vegetable shortening or oil flakes to your candy melts. Start by adding 1 teaspoon in, and then thoroughly mix it together. If the candy melts are still not thin enough, add in another teaspoon of the thinning agent and stir until combined. Step 3. Carefully dip your snacks into the melts and swirl them to make sure they are fully coated. Gently tap them on the side of the bowl to remove any excess candy. Step 4. You may need to microwave your melts again if they start to harden, or keep them in a saucepan or melting pot on low heat. Place your candy-covered snacks onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper, and allow them to fully dry before eating. Tips and tricks. If you have leftover candy melts after dipping your snacks, simply cover the bowl with plastic wrap or pour them into a Tupperware container. Adding oil flakes or vegetable shortening to your candy melts will not affect the color or flavor of your candy melts. Be certain to use caution when working with candy melts, as they will be hot. You can use a fork or lollipop sticks to dip your snacks or desserts into the candy melts. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.